Hey, welcome everyone to a new game of Catan. So let's have a look at the board. So really high ore board and a really low wheat board. So I, I see the 8 for 10 and the 693 over here. It are good producing, high producing spots. However, well, it's still the case. If I don't take the ore now, I won't get a good ore spot in return. So I think the 693 and the 5910 will be taken. So that means I need to, I think, get the 693 over there because some sheep will be available for us. And we could also honestly take the 510 over here. The 810 would be really nice if you decide to take the 348. Yeah, so I could also take this one, but then I won't get a good ore spot. So we have position on yellow because we have the same resources. I have a better wood than the sheep, but I think the wood is more valuable here. So I think getting the 693 here is really nice. Don't need the wheat board or this one, so I will just place it here and go upwards just to get a settlement spot for sure. And it's a high producing spot. So what I recently learned, it sounds really obvious, but I think production can win you games. I don't see that very often in Catan games, but getting a good production really can win you some good games. Even though if you don't have the ore and the wheat, of course, the ore and the wheat, that's also a very good driver for in order to win. So if you can have both, like this, for example, I think you set yourself up for winning. So the main problem on this board is, of course, the wheat. So I do like we are second, but maybe third position is even better. So if I was gray, I think I would have taken the 5, 9, 10 over here because you will either get, well, not sure though, because 5, 9, 10 with this 5, 9, 10 is not great. So in this way, you can also get longest road setup with the 4, 5, 11, for example. Okay, you take the 6, 3, 4. So what do I do here? Oh, gray is first, of course. So do like, I think, the setup by red, but the row placements are really questionable. I think I would rather have seen that he goes to the 3 for 1 board because he can definitely cut off gray to this one. And you need the wheat, so you need a board. And no one will give you good wheat, for sure. So I think I will take the 510 if I have the chance to. It doesn't make sense for gray to take the 510. And we set ourselves up for a great or with sheep game because there is a lot of sheep on the board, so I will get my sheep. And there's also a decent amount of break on the board. Yeah, so you go for longest road for sure. So I think if I take the 510 over here, it's a little bit low production. Yeah, so I have to make a decision. I could also take the 5, 6, 11 here. But if I take the 5, 6, 11, pink will, or gray, orange will either take the 6, 11, 12 or the 5, 10. But I'm really a bit worried because if you take the 5, 6, 11 here and you get to the sheep board, you could be really strong if you get to this one quickly enough. But if I take the 5, 6, 11, I think I have too much sheep which I can convert and too little wheat. So I don't like this for me. And the 6, 11, 12 is also not that great of a spot, I think. I think I have to go with the 5, 10 here. And you will take the 5, 6, 11, I think, for sure here. And you have really strong production, so definitely want to keep an eye on yellow. But I do think I could outpace him with getting the largest army, especially if we can get an early city here. because then we can trade our ore and wheat or wood for the sheep we want. Oh wow, don't like that at all by yellow for sure. I do think the 5-6-11 is way stronger for you in terms of production, in terms of potential to win the game. And well, no, I don't like this pick at all by yellow. It's definitely good for me though, so I don't complain here. So I have to make a decision here. Do I want to save here or do I want to get a development card here? Not sure what I wanted to do here. Because are we getting blocked? Maybe the 10 wheat will get blocked. I think holding here because we are lacking a bit of production would be really good here. If we can get like 2 6s in 3 upcoming turns. And if not, well, and that might be the case right now, we can just get a development card regardless, most likely. So if yellow is smart, he places the rubber on me and steal from me. So unfortunate 7. So it was better to get the development card here, I think. However, I think it didn't matter because you would steal from me regardless. Because you need the wheat and I have the wheat. But you also need the wood. So maybe you want to steal from gray as well. Oh wow. Okay. And you block the tree also. That is at least interesting. You did get the wood though, so that's of course really nice for you. So now I think I get a development card. I don't want to get 7 out, and we can still get a city if we get the 6 sprawling. So if I want to give away my wheat, I definitely want 2 cards for it because I think the wheat is extremely rare on this board. So I think you block the 8 brick here, yeah? Did you steal from gray? Yeah, I do think gray's in a strong position now as well. Stronger than red, I think. Because you do have the wheat and you will have the ore in the future. So definitely, and you do have the production also. So definitely want to block gray from now on. So let's see if someone wants a wood, because we don't need the wood here. If I can get a sheep. Okay, wood for brick. I think I will do that. Yeah, because I need the brick. So do I want to play my road or just wait here? I think playing my road is honestly fine. But we can't get 7 out with these cards, so let's just hold here. So does Gray put it on me though? You have to solo block someone. So you either block the 6 or the 8. Maybe because you're racing yellow, yeah, you want to steal from yellow. So that's exactly what happened here. And you need the sheep for sure. Wow, another. So there's a lot of sheep in the game, I think. There's also a decent amount of ore. So maybe if I can make a trade with red to give him the wheat for the sheep and the ore. So let's try this. But red doesn't want to do this trade maybe. However, you are interested in getting the wheat. No, not two wheat, I think. I don't think you have to brick, but I can always try here. Because this gives me the road settlement. So in that case, I don't want to do a 1-for-1 or a 2-for-2, because I think the wheat is far more valuable on this board. And red does have a lot of production, so don't want to give him wheat at all. He needs to make inexpensive or expensive 4-for-1s to get his goals. So no 6 did roll so far, only 1 6 did roll. So you're definitely looking for the wheat here and also maybe for the brick. Because the brick, oh well, no brick at all. So you need brick and wheat. So I think he has to trade here. So don't hope that, well, I think he might trade with gray here. So I want to do a really expensive trade here. Because you need the wheat, for sure. It's a good trade for me, but I think he needs the wheat. Ah, okay. So he did get the trade. And you're only getting a development card. Don't know if that... Well, you need it. You need the brick anyway, so you couldn't settle here, most likely. So I would definitely want to do this. Because you need the wheat, and you do have brick and ore with the 8. So they both get a settle right now. So you now might want to do the trade, because you do have some brick and ore. Okay, so I'm missing out on a lot of trades because my wheat is valuable and I do want to let them pay a high price. So that might not be the smartest move here. So let's see if someone wants a wheat now. Okay, they don't want to trade me anymore, so that's pretty bad. So maybe I should have taken the trades. That could be because now I'm a little bit stuck. So definitely want to block this 8 ore. I think that is really strong for sure. Yeah, now you will steal from me. Okay, so really nice. You 7 out. So that's the price you pay because you block me. But you do have the wheat now. So I think it's a good decision to play your aggressive knight here. And it doesn't bother me that much though. So we would like to have some 6s now because the 6s are not rolling at all right now. So let's try this. Wheat for brick and sheep. Okay, I will do wheat for brick now too, I think. Yellow wants to do this trade. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, wheat for sheep, because then I'm not dependent on trading anymore. Okay, so I have to hold here. So after I get this one over here, I definitely want to get a city here just to get some production because everyone is getting settlements. So I'm behind in production right now. I do have the best setup with the 3-for-1 port and the city here to win the game, I think. Getting development cards. And gray most likely gets long road here. But lacks, and also has a good ore and wheat, so I do like the setup of gray. So I think you have to put it on the 8 brick here. You could also get it on the 10 wheat. That could also be an option. Okay, so we are a little bit slow in the beginning, but I think we will get ahead. But we don't have a lot of production. We only have, well, 18 points of production. It's not that much. Okay, so we do roll 7, but I think I have to block the 8 ore here for sure. Yeah, I need to block the 8 ore. Who do I think is in strongest position? I do think gray is in the strongest position. So just want to take, and we do get the ore actually. Okay, so let's see if we can get wheat for ore here. Then I will definitely get a city here. Because the wheat is valuable. Or wheat for sheep. So unfortunately no trades. So we might get 7th out next turn. I could see that happening. Okay, we do get the sheep finally. So we do have the saddle in hand. But if we can get a city, I think that is a lot more valuable. We will get the brick. So if I 7 out, I definitely want to discard my wood, brick, and sheep, I think. So far, so good. No 7s so far. But we are not there yet. Okay, so another 11. So can we get a 6 or not a 7? Okay, we get an 8, which is okay, because now we can settle here and just hold for the city here. So a really nice 8 block so far. They're missing, well, yellow is missing out on like, I think 6 ore. So that's really great for sure. The gray is getting a little bit scary right now. I don't like the setup of red because you have a lot of useless sheep and you have no wheat and also little wood. So you don't have, you can't do anything with this wood port. You do have some good ore though, but okay, so we get the 6 finally and we do get a guaranteed city. And after this, we have to get a lot of development cards. So hopefully you can get it in time. Wow, another 11 for. So let's first try if we get a wheat for a sheep here before we city up. So red wants to do this trade, but I don't want to trade with red so easily. I think a wheat for 2 sheep is better here. But now he won't do this, I think. Definitely don't want to give red a free development card, something like that. So let's just get a city here. Okay, so if you steal from me, you're only getting the wheat, so not that useful for you. Definitely want to block this 8 ore. Yeah, and you're a bit worried that I will put it back on the 8 ore. Okay, so you did have the development card already. So don't know why you steal from me, because I'm not in the lead for sure here. So definitely want to block gray here. Very nice. But you might put it back on me now. Okay, you don't have the knight, so that is really good for me for sure. So we need to get a development card soon. So I will do this trade. 2 sheep for 1 wheat. You do have a ton of sheep, so you could definitely take this trade. However, though, he might be my competitor as well for largest army, because he does have some ore in hand. If I give him the wheat, he might get like a development card and getting ahead of me. But I need the sheep anyways. Okay, so that means you have the ore here, right? Wow, getting 2 ore. So I will do it for 2 sheep here. Okay, so let's see if someone wants a wood here. If we can get an ore or a sheep, I definitely want to do it. So red definitely wants the wheat here. I want a wheat for an ore and a sheep, I think, here. I don't want to give a 1 for the wheat for sure with red. I think that's not valuable at all. So let's just 3 for 1 or wood for a sheep, because we don't produce much sheep. And hopefully roll some 6s now. Only 3 6s the whole game, relative to 9 8s. And we are dependent on the 6. So it might be too slow for us to get enlarged army, because we are not on that many numbers. I do like the production of gray and red way more. And you already see they are a bit ahead of me. Oh wow, so really nice 12 here. Now you can get a city. So that's a huge 12. But don't know why you don't city up the 5, 9, 10, I think. Okay, we do get a 6 now. So let's see. If we can get a wood for a sheep, that would be really nice here. So maybe red wants to do it because he does have a ton of sheep. Yeah, so glad he takes this trade. Because now I can get 2 development cards. And getting enlarged army, guaranteed. Okay, so again, a ton of sheep, but you don't have a good way to port it. Okay, so now you're getting one development card, okay. Okay, nice 10 over here. If we can get another ore or a sheep. Okay, so there's demand for wood. So if we roll a 9, I definitely want to do a wood for sheep trade here. Okay, we get the 11, unfortunately. So do I wait here? I think I wait. I don't want to give my... Well, if I can get a wheat for 2 sheep, I want to do it, but otherwise I don't want to do it. And I don't want to give away my ore, because my ore is valuable for getting cities and development cards. Okay, so really nice tree over here. That will help for sure. But that 8 is getting really juicy to block. So he needs ore desperately. He does have a good board though, and he does have a lot of production. But if you want to accelerate your game, you need cities. And without the ore, it's very hard to get it. So I think you only need like 2 ore. And while you're asking for ore, so you might not have the mono. Okay, you're just getting development cards here. I don't think that's the smartest move. However, you didn't have probably a knight, so you might have 2 victory points over here. And you buy another development card, right? Oh, just a saddle. Okay. So really cheap wheat for red. So this might not be great for us that he did get 2 victory points. Okay, so now he might have large army. So I think I have to play aggressive knight here just to get army. Because you could outpace me. However, I don't want to, well, block this or remove the rubber from the 8 ore. I also don't want to block the 8 brick. I don't think it's a very, yeah, it's a decent block though, because the 8 did roll a couple of times. Okay, so we do get the 6. So now we can city up again. But I want to steal from red here because he wants my... We do get a sheep, pretty nice. So what do I do here? I think just city up and getting development card. Let's just first get a development card here and see what it is. Just a knight. Okay, I think now I will just city up the 510, getting some more production. But I do think gray is in a much stronger position for sure here. So I think I don't want to race with red anymore because I think I can outpace him for sure with large army. Definitely want to block this 8 ore over here. Okay, another 9 for red. So that's not great for sure. So, well, but I do think, still think gray's in a better position. So let's just block this 8 ore over here. Well, not sure though, because I do want to get a non-development card. I will most likely get an ore, yeah. Okay, so now I will put it back on the 8 ore, steal from gray. And just getting another development card here, I think. So only getting knights, that's not great for sure. Wow, another 12. Is it over already? Wow, so you did get 3 victory points. Okay, luckily we are second though, so we don't lose any elo. So that was a little bit unfortunate for us, but okay, so what could I have done better here? Let's see. So I think this was just too little to win, I think, for the Ori cheap setter. It was a little bit too slow. So maybe the 693 with the 6511 was better here. Because the 11 did roll a couple of times, but well, if the 11 doesn't roll, you are basically stuck. So you also have to have a bit of luck. You can't win any game, but if you don't win the game, make sure you are second. And we did have a good setup to be second, I think. So hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to give you even more videos like this. And see you next time. Bye bye.